guys, it's Melissa. Happy, what day are we on? Wednesday. Isn't this fun? I can do picture in picture. I'm so excited. So this awesomeness is brought to you by Fontsy's anniversary sale, which is on day 3. And today we have all our fonts on sale. So every font on the website, embroidery fonts, sketch fonts, Dingbat fonts, fonts with glyphs, every type of font is 20% off today with code fonts20. So I wanted to highlight a couple that are near and dear to my heart. Some of my favorite fonts, and obviously you can browse from the fonts category. You can see here, sorry I went away, you'll be able to see me again in a second. You can browse all of our fonts under these 2 different categories, and also applique an embroidery area. And but I am going to go into Silhouette Studio. Where am I? And I'm going to go here into Silhouette Studio and show you a couple of my favorites, okay? Fonts that are more than just fonts, more than just do ABCDEFG, right? Okay, so Ultimate Arrow font. We're going to start with the Arrow Ultimate font, and I have to, I'm going to go away in a second because I can't type in Silhouette Studio and also have this little fun little thing down in the corner, all right? So I'll be back in a minute. All right, so this is the Arrow Ultimate font. It is a Rivka Renditions font. You download and install it just like any other font, and it will come up in whatever program you're using after a restart, okay? So the font is amazing, all right? You just type it out, and it's amazing. You can use it like any old regular font if you want. However, why would you do that when this is the Arrow's Ultimate font? And I'm not kidding you when I tell you there are literally thousands of extras. These are glyphs, or you might sort of like dingbats, which we'll get to in a minute. But the awesome thing about this is you can add these cool little arrow elements to your text, okay? And you can do it right in your program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the, the tail end of my arrow that I like, and then I'll scroll down and find the front end that I want. As you can see, which I did up here already, you're just adding, look, this is taking me a long time to get through these because there's so many of them. This is crazy. They're all included in this one font. And like I said, right now the font is, it's $14.95, but today only it's 20% off of that. So isn't that amazing? I think it's so cool. So if you were to cut this on your software, it would cut like this after a weld. I'm not going to weld right now because if I do, then I won't be able to make any more adjustments to the text itself. So you've got that. The other thing that's super cool about this is you don't actually even need to use the text if you don't want to. So let's say we just wanted to create some fun arrows. You can pick the front of your arrow, and then you can pick the back of your arrow, and there you go, right? So you can mix these up, delete that. I didn't want that back end of that one. I wanted, oops, I did something almost the same. Pick something else that you want from the end of it, okay? So that is the Ultimate Arrow font. Now I want to show you another one, which is right over here. This is called the Planner Inspiration Quote Dingbat font. So what it looks like is this. This looks like it's a whole bunch of, cut files. However, they are so easy to use. You instantly install them all into your software all at once because they are Dingbat fonts. So I don't know what letter this one is here, but let's say I typed out A. This is what I would get all at once, okay? There's no tracing needed. This is especially awesome if you don't have a Designer Edition software for Silhouette Studio, because you can install any font. So there's no tracing needed. They come in, the cut lines will be on, you use them, you just download the font to your computer, install it, and then restart your program, and it will be in your text list, all right? And these will come in instantly. So again, keep in mind, these are Dingbat fonts. I'm going to show you how to use Dingbat fonts. I threw the link up for this one as well. Because it's a font, even though it doesn't look like a font, it's 20% off today, okay? So you make sure you grab that. All right, another one that I really love is called Blackbird, which I'm going to go back to Silhouette Studio to show you. So Blackbird is a Keately font, and it won't show up under my B's. It will instead show up under my K's, because Keita Lee puts KL in front of all of her fonts to make it easy for you to find them in your font list. They will all be grouped together. So here's my Blackbird, and I'm going to show you why I like this so much. All right, so again, you can just type it as text if you want, because obviously there's text with this one as well. However, she also gives you, whoops, where'd it go? She also gives you some fun little dingbats, which I'm going to show you how to use these dingbats. So what I like to do is, grab one. Here's one. How cute is that, right? And you could use these as designs, cut files, stickers, temporary tattoos, whatever you want, right? All right, so let's say I want this bird to face the other way. I'll just flip it the other way. Flip, okay? Now, if I want to fill this with colors, solid colors, so that I can print and cut this as a sticker or a printable heat transfer or a printable decal, I can do that, and I'm going to show you that. You can also separate these so that you can cut them as layered vinyl decals, and I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, so let's start with filling with a solid color. The first thing that you want to do is release the compound path. Nothing looks like it happened, so make sure you also ungroup. This gives you access to all of these little areas, okay? And now you can just select the individual pieces that you want, go up to your fill tool, and fill it with a color, okay? So I'm gonna fill mine with, various shades of, blue or whatever. All right, let's see. Now, it looks like the whole thing filled in with this teal, but that's not actually what happened. This layer that I just filled happens to be the frontmost layer. So I just want to say send to back, and that'll put that back where we actually want it. Okay, so let's get this piece here, and let's fill that with yellow. Now that did the same thing. Okay, so what I want to do with that is I want to say send backward. Okay, so that the little wing comes up in front. Let's do it one more time so that the eye comes back. Where's the eye? The eye is right there. And we want the eye to be in the front. Whoops, where'd it go? Sometimes, depending on how you fill, whoops. Let's do that. Just make that black. It'll be easier. And then we'll say we want to bring that to the front. Ugh. All right, fine. Not going to cooperate. We will force you to cooperate. Oh my gosh. This is a Silhouette Studio. You can see I'm in a beta version, and it's not wanting to cooperate. But I will get you to cooperate. All right, bring to front. Ha, tricked you. All right, and I'll just bring it there, okay? All right, and then we can fill in these other little teeny pieces if we want, whatever color we want. When the pieces are not filled, you have to select right on them to select them, so it can be difficult when they're small. All right, and then I'm gonna just change the line color so that I don't see it. So now what I can do is I can do a print and cut on this. If you're in Silhouette Studio, you can just go to the send panel, and for something like this, if you want to print and cut it, you just tell it that you want to cut the edge, okay? And then you could print it and it would cut around the edge. Keep in mind, this is all part of a font. Now, let's say I want to layer this, okay? Let's say I want to use this as a layered vinyl decal, all right? I can separate all of my layers. I'm just making little layering registration marks, whoops. Okay, I can separate all of my layers. Oh my heavens. And print and cut, oh my heavens. Okay, we're not gonna do it that way. So what I would do is I would fill these with a different color, like purple. Get this off out of the way. And then I would go to the send panel, and I know I'm going through this very quickly, but I would use the fill, cut by fill color. And what you're going to do in this case is you're going to deselect anything you don't want to cut on the teal vinyl. All right, so now the only thing that would actually cut are the registration marks and the teal. If you the next layer you only want the eye to cut, you would only select the black. I'll throw a tutorial up for this as well, okay? I actually have a tutorial using this exact bird, so it'll be really easy to follow. But the point in all of this is there are so many different fonts out there and so many fonts that you can do so much more than just type. So if you are interested at all in Dingbat fonts, in fonts that have a ton of glyphs, in fonts that will make it really, really easy for you to bring designs in and just start typing without having to trace, without having to do a whole lot of manipulation. In fact, Dingbat fonts come in and it's basically like bulk importing a whole bunch of designs all at one time, okay? So if you're interested at all, today only 20% off all fonts across the website with the code FONTS20. So go grab them while you can, guys. And like I said, I'll throw the link up for a couple of these little demos that I just did for you because I know I went fast and skipped a couple steps and assumed you knew some info that is easier, to convey when it's written down in a tutorial. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day, and thank you so much for participating in our anniversary week sale. Don't forget, every $10 you spend on So Fancy this week, you get one entry automatically. You get one entry into our giveaway. We're giving away either a Cameo or a Cricut. The winner will get to pick, and a little pink heat press is super cute. Both are from our friends at Swing Design. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Tomorrow we have another big sale, so to make sure you don't miss it. All right, see ya.